So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Wasteless workshop, the second workshop in the series of training workshops organized by the Wasteless project to showcase the tools that have been developed within the project to track, monitor, and manage food losses and waste along the food supply chain. My name is Luminica Ciolacu from Iseki Food Association, and together with my colleague Luis Mayer, we will be your hosts today. The workshop of today is dedicated to the AI-based data-driven for food waste management tool, which has been developed by the Wasteless partner AI Town in Italy. And we have prepared for you a very interesting and interactive agenda. Okay, we'll move. So I will start with a short introduction on the tool, and then I will give the floor to the tool developer to present in more details the insights and the use of the tool. Then we will open the floor for Q&A, so it's your time to ask your question, make your comment, or share your insights with us. And around 11, we will have a practical activity where you have the opportunity to test your tool yourself. So I hope you will join and participate in the activity. We will be also honored to have an expert invited today who will express his opinion related to the use of AI tools in the field of food waste management. And we will end with a short Slido. So I will kindly ask you to answer some questions related to the applicability and scalability of the tool and related to the workshop in general. So we will wrap up around 11:30. Please stay with us, engage in the activities that we have prepared, and enjoy the workshop. Before we start, just some general housekeeping rules. Please turn off your microphone and camera during the presentations. If you have any question, please write it at any time in the chat and I will read it aloud, or you can raise your hand during the Q&A session and I will invite you to speak. The workshop is live streamed on YouTube, on the Wasteless YouTube channel, and at the end of the workshop, you will receive an email with the link if you want to watch it again, or in case you want to share it with your network, which we will really appreciate. And with this, I hope you will enjoy the workshop. And I will start with a short introduction on the tool. So I will stop sharing my screen. And I will share now with sound a short video where you will get some introduction on the tool and the applicability of the tool. This has been developed by AI Town. And now, if it's possible for me, I will also share it with sound. So let me know if you don't hear it. Okay, I will make it full screen and...
Every year, the world wastes over 1 billion tons of food, while 783 million people suffered from hunger. This amount of food waste produces greenhouse gas emissions equivalent to those of 300 million cars combined. To tackle this global challenge, Wasteless was launched under the European Union Horizon program to promote digital innovation for reducing food waste. Wasteless is coordinated by the University of Trás-os-Montes, so-called UTAD in Portugal, together with 29 organizations from 14 countries. Among them, A-Town from Genoa, Italy was involved in developing smart digital tool for food waste management in supermarkets. Sitting at the crossroads of supply chains and consumers, supermarkets can be real game changers in fight against food waste. By the data they systematically collect at point of sale every day, they can analyze consumers' behavior, plan smarter, and guide supply chain to cut food waste.
Hi, I'm Anna, a virtual consultant from A-Town. Today I'm going to show you a food waste case in Wasteless, a fictional supermarket in Venice, and how we can improve it. Let's get started. at this shelf. Too much chicken, all with 50% off. Just 1 day left to go waste. Even with that discount, people still hesitate. They're not sure it's fresh enough.
Should we get some chicken breast, Francesca?
Ariel, they don't look fresh.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Ario and Francesca came here to get some chicken, but they went away without buying it. Most likely, they were not sure about its quality, and they're not the only ones.
Even 50% off didn't save them.
Julia collects the unsold packs and most likely wheel it to the bin. That food waste is caused by overstocked shelves and, I should say, poor planning, not to mention the lost margins. By now, I think the problem is clear for you. Right behind this door, I'm going to present a solution developed by iTown, designed to improve food waste management through smarter retail decisions. Come with me. Hi everyone! Today I am here to talk about food waste management in retailers. Earlier, while walking through the store, I noticed a real case of food waste that made me stop to think about how to fix it, and that's why I am here.
Ariel, they don't look fresh.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go.
Even 50% off didn't save them.
Now I'm really excited to show you how we can resolve this issue with a solution we've developed at A-Town to plan and price smarter and cut food waste in supermarkets. Let me walk you through how it works, from login to unlocking real insights using your own sales data. Let's log in and explore modules that turn sales data into insights for planning and pricing. We first upload sales data, then weather information, to evaluate how well the forecasting model performs for planning. Let us pick a product in Venice 1, set to daily frequency, and add relevant external factors like prices, local weather, and country-specific holidays that affect customers' behave and influence demand. Now, let's train and see the results. As you see, the forecast closely tracks actual sales, showing strong model accuracy and reliability. Just with only 5.7% error for this case. As you see, the model is also explainable. For example, for this case, weekday and temperature strongly influence sales. Let's move on order planning. Let's first select 4 products for our supermarket in Venice. Today is 22nd May, so let's run the model for 7 days from 23rd on. And here we have the forecasted demand, showing the daily order quantities suggested for each product. Now, I'm excited to show you the next module, our Food Waste Risk Analysis tool. Let's run it using data from the past year, starting from today. This module identifies and predicts which products from which categories are most likely to end up as waste, all by analyzing past data. It pinpoints where waste occurs to lead smarter actions in pricing, stock, marketing, or shelf space. Now, having identified the waste points, we move to Pricing Optimization module. Let's run this case to see the optimized discounts for the next few days. As you see, the results suggest early discount. 13% from day 0 for 2 days, then 25% near expiry. Let's check some KPIs. 84% of potential food waste avoided, and a 4.2% boost in revenue. That's not even all. It also promotes freshness, clear space, and keeps you price competitive. I know it may look against last day discount mindset, but believe me, it is real and achievable. That's the core of our solution. Better planning, smarter pricing, and less waste. Now imagine yourself back by that shelf, the one we saw earlier, overstocked, high discounts, and soon discarded. Let me show you how things could go differently in practice. Right now, we've got 11 chicken packs, but based on past shopping patterns, the forecast says we should have stocked just 7. Instead of rushing with last-minute aggressive discounts, we can first identify point of waste and offer smaller one earlier for it. And that way, we sell more and fresher before it ends up wasted. So, that's how we can turn waste into opportunity just by smart planning and timely pricing. Let's make it sustainable together for both the planet and prosperity. Thank you for your time and hope to see you soon. How was your shopping day, guys?
We meant to buy some chicken, didn't look fresh.
Wish they'd discount fresh stuff, not just leftovers.
I agree. We're working on it. Now let's enjoy the square.
Sotto i lampioni il canale canta, un eco lontano l'amore si vanta, la gondola danza lenta sul
Okay, so I'm back. We had a very nice Italian style beginning. I hope you enjoyed the video. And now I will give the floor to Alireza Karimi, so the founder of AI Town and Research Director, who will explain us in more detail the brain behind the store. So please, Alireza, you can share your screen and start with your presentation.
Thank you so much, Luminita, for your great introduction. Now ask you just to start your video, my video. Just thank you so much for your great introduction to the application. And now I'm going to walk you all through the application and what the solution does exactly for to improve the retailer food waste management. Now I'm going just to share the presentation. Okay. Share the entire screen. Okay. So, okay. As its name, it just we have been developing a kind of intelligent solution for food waste management in retailers.
Alireza, we see all the screens that you have also. Yeah, now it's better. Now you can put it in presentation mode. No?
Presentation mode. Does it work now?
No, because we see also the next slide.
The next.
So you need to show only the main screen.
Main screen, okay. Just share the screen 1. Okay, just let's jump into a screen 2 on the presentation. Okay. Advanced application. Now, just let me know if
yeah, just put it in. Yeah, now it's working perfectly. So you can
Yeah.
start, please.
Okay, just the solution we have been developing was a part of the Wasteless that I think you may have got it from everything from the Luminita introduction. Let's jump immediately into the application. Just what we are going just to present in a nutshell is just to the model we have used. Just it's a kind of explainable model that you can see something beyond the kind of black box model, and even more I'm going to just to share some real world testing results that we have run in this application in terms of training, test, validation, and test. To show how reliable how reliable it can be, and explore the pilot and collaboration opportunities later on at the end of the day together. And I should divide the applications into 3 parts: the demand forecasting model with external factors, food waste risk, and price sensitivity that serves for price optimization engine and smart and timely pricing. Just before rushing into model physics models, AI models, that sort of things, the first thing we have done in this project was to have a field observation to understand better the environment of the supermarkets, just to look at it from a different point of view, not as a shopper. Just I captured some videos. I just hide the name of the brands in Italy. Just I wanted to show you one example. That I took a bottle of a drink. There were many items around. And it was near the end of June. It was near to expiration. And then it gives us much more motivation just to figure out some solutions for that. That sort of thing is happening every day in supermarkets. Anyway, just first, let's give you a nutshell of the supermarket and how the way they interact with consumers at one side on shelf side, and the other part on a stock side. They plan, they work with production and processing side. And I should say the retailer is the only and single point where we have systematic ways of gathering information from the customers through point of sales. On the demand prediction, on the stock side, supermarkets can use data for predicting demands and make their deal a bit optimized with production and processing for their ordering. On the other side, they have the possibility to use data to identify the consumers' shopping behaviors for demand prediction and, more importantly, dynamic pricing. The client's sensitivity to the price variation, I should say. And I just wanted to give you a nutshell of both steps: inventory level planning and post-order action. In step one, the supermarket can use the past data they have gathered on point of sale in order to plan for the days to come, and to figure out how many of each item they should order, because they deal with more than 10,000 SKUs per day in a chain market, in a hypermarket. In order first just to reduce overstock, lower the risk of waste at the entry, and on the other parts, and reduce understock that nobody talked about it. Just avoid missed sales and improve customer satisfaction. And imagine that they have optimized, they've done their orders, and they are going just to stock the items on the shelf. So at this stage, they should first find the point of waste and then figure out how to put discounts on it to excite the clients to go on items to expire. I mean, perishable items. So we have two strong tools at the beginning to avoid it before planning, and then we have planned, and we have another opportunity to use the data we have gathered from point of sale just to figure out where and when and how much discounts we can apply on which items. There are three questions that we should answer. I've just tried just to walk you through the features that we have designed and developed in the application. First, what you have watched on the movie, just through the data upload, that we can give upload sale data, and as an option, upload weather data. As you know, weather can influence our shopping behavior sometimes, but we don't know. AI will explore it. Anyway, it's not something that we can see on, for example, commercialized stuff. Just we have designed it just to show you the way it functions back in the back stage of supermarkets. And then we have trained, tested the models using three free access dataset we got from Walmart supermarket in 3 states, California, Wisconsin, and Texas. And I should say that we used the real world dataset. But absolutely, the data that we have used was not prepared. We have had to just to develop a pipeline just to combine 4 separated data sets just to reach a prepared time series, just to train, test, and verify our model. Anyway, after testing, verify a model and show how accurate it is, then we used it for predicting based on 3 time frequencies. You can use daily, weekly, and monthly based on the term, based on the time frequency of interest for example, short-term planning, midterm, and long-term planning. And then the second object, as I explained in the past, was just to figure out where we should apply discounts, how much discount, and when, on which items. 3 to 4 questions. So it was the motivation behind this food waste risk analysis methodology. The pain point was that for this case, in waste, not just in Wasteless, in many cases, it's not so easy to find very organized food waste. Rarely register that data. So we came up just to present a hypothetical method to calculate, to give a criteria for food waste risk assessment. We figured out just to use 3 to 4 factors. Sale volatilities. I mean that when we cannot analyze and understand the patterns, it may increase the risk of food waste. Or if you see some zero sale patterns in your sale data in the past, most probably it's saying something that we have put some items when we were not able just to sell it. Zero sale means it's fully correlated with food waste, and pattern stability is just kind of related to the sale volatility. When we cannot find pattern stability, we cannot understand how much we can use the past data just to plan. So most probably we are going to waste because we don't have a clear idea about the planning. And coverage risk, here we use this term just to integrate a parameter. What is the parameter? The parameter is the life cycle of a food waste. It is directly related to perishable items when we are dealing with items that have short life cycle, that are subject to waste. So we combine all these parameters and create a function, a risk function. And we score it from 0 to 100. And based on that, we were able just to have a hypothetical risk estimation to decide on which items we should go for applying discounts. It's a method just gives us the possibility just to estimate the food risk based on our past sale data, not directly using the waste historical data. And then we have found the point of waste, I mean, the food items with higher risk of waste. And then there was another index we had to calculate. It was the shopper's sensitivity to price variation. It's very important. Now we have identified the food waste. So we should analyze, even if I decrease the price of an item X, I should know the people's reaction to it. Does it influence the demand? Does it influence the shopping behavior? if I, for example, if I decrease the price of an item from €1 to 50 cents, do still the shoppers react to it, buy more or not? Price elasticity gives this information to us. So we combine price elasticity with the risk score to put the items in terms of their suitability in a ranking for applying discount. Why? Because always discount it's a cost for retailers, and they should know where they must apply this cost and where it makes sense to do that. On the other part of that story, even they are wasting money on waste. So we should find a compromise between the cost of discounts and the cost of waste. We deal in item, we'll deal with the case like this. And here, I'm just going to give you a comparison between the just a common sense about the discounts that the supermarkets, you every day when you go shopping, you see some labels, 50%, 40% on items, most probably just they are going to expire just tomorrow. But we are going to say that it's not, if we just deal with the data, if we take the advantage of the means that we do have in the retailers, if we analyze the data, we can find much better and more efficient ways to deal with such a situation. For example, we don't need just to wait to reach the last days and put 50%. For this case, jump from €10 to, for example, €5. Okay, we should say, now you have identified these items with high risk of waste. So you have another way, just to put a slight discount at the beginning. Tell the customer, if you buy today, from 3 days from now, you will buy cheaper. So we sell cheaper and fresher items to the customers. Where we know that we have risk of waste. So, but it's not necessary just to put aggressive items at the end. So we should find at the moment, figure out 4 variables when we should apply the discounts and how much discounts to find a good compromise between the food waste and the cost of discount as a retailer. So it was the model we have designed for it, but I should say that we have trained it offline. Even we had another methodology we have elaborated, but we needed just to integrate the supermarket just for a 3 to 4 months for a continuous and dynamic training. Anyway, I think 4 parameters: early discount, final discount, early period, and final period. The plot that you are seeing now, it gives you a lifespan window of a specific item that will come to end at 7 days from the first day we put it on the shelf. 7 days, today we put it on the shelf, 7 days it will expire. So it's a discount pattern. And the calculation, based on some conservative cases, it shows that we can even avoid up to 100% waste mitigation, but it's not exaggeration. It's reality. It's reality. And that case, even based on the food waste risk estimated, we can increase our revenue for some cases. But even if we have a live case just to train the model and test, we may have, for example, different figures, but I should say it's still positive. So here I just wanted to give you a better view of the case and how we can put it into action in reality. I manipulated this image just using some AI tools because I had to remove some some brands on it. Just I should say at the beginning. On that, on top of the image, we see e-tag. In e-tag, it shows you 30% off, but they have not mentioned that the item is going to expire. But it apparently shows a discount. But we are going to say why we have to wait to the last day. So I say my customer, okay, if you buy today, September 17 is the day we have already stuffed the items on the shelf. If you buy it today, you will buy it €1. 3 days from now, 5 days from now, you will buy it more expensive. So that way, I trick my clients just to buy it fresher, because it is the point where I know that most probably I'm going to waste it based on the past experience. So here, there are some slides that we have presented in the movie, just the approach. And there are some analytical plots I have left here just for 2 other cases. And it shows that even for 1 cases, we have around 91.5% waste reduction. And even it helps us to improve the revenue impact 4.7%. But I should precise that this revenue impact just is for that item, not just on the supermarket total revenue. It's a portion of this item. So just as a summary, our research has well demonstrated that by applying a combination of these solutions from demand production and, more importantly, dynamic pricing, retailers can reduce food waste up to just, I want to say, if I don't want to say 100%, but it's very close to 100%. I should say 90 at least. And environmentally sustainable, so because we waste less. And as a result, most probably, we can promote more freshness. And our clients will be happy, will be happier, because we plan on the measure to avoid both overstock, understock. At the same time, clients buy things with fairer prices. And sustainable real value chain, retail value chain. What do I mean by that? You know, when they work on their pricing strategies, even they can put more competitive prices, and it means for a retailer worth. So on one hand, on one part, they avoid waste, more environmentally sustainable. On the other part, it's from the business point of view, it's more sustainable. And here, I just tried to do a live demo, just to show the application works. Here is the case that we have got from Venezia, but it's still sale data. Setting country specific. As you know, every country has its own holidays. It influence the shopper's behavior. Here we try just to show how the influence of every single feature on the demand. And for demand prediction, we use the 23rd of May because it's the last day of our sale data. From that day on, we don't have any sale data. So we ask the model just to predict for us. Here we ask the model just to analyze the sale data for 1 year, just to analyze the risk, food waste risk. And so just regarding the, thank you so much for your attention. Just I should add some other point to the or methodology, that I should say all these AI models are powered by knowledge-based models. You know, it's not pure AI, that we don't believe in it in Python as well. And just let me back to the let me stop the share.
Yes, I stopped the sharing, Alireza. This is fine. Thank you
Yes.
very much for the presentation.
You're welcome. I just wanted to add another point that is very important.
Please.
Just since just AI is our core, but we don't believe it 100%. Most probably we consolidate it with physics informed and knowledge based domain models, what we have done in the food waste risk. And so that way our AI works wisely, not as a black box. So thank you so much.
Good. Thank you very much. And now it's the time for questions. So please write your question in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I will invite you to speak. We already have a question from someone. So I will read it for you, Alireza. So Helena is saying that I would like to know if the model was tested only in Italy or in other markets. Is the model robust enough to account for the variability of consumption patterns depending on the consumer's geographic region?
Yes, even one of our challenge was to you know, regardless of what we get the sale data, the model will get trained, identify the patterns, but in order to make it more accurate, make it more to give it more flexibility, to make it more flexible for any region. Even we have added another library for every country's holiday. Even you can select, for example, for Italy, we have around 25 provinces. Each one has their own sand holidays. Even we have put all this in this data set. For India, for example, for Portugal, for everywhere. Even you can go online and during the or online practical workshop, you can test it as well. It slightly influence. When you say that we are training and test the model, for example, for Portugal, for Lisbon, okay, it has already knows the holidays in Lisbon, for example, or in Porto, for example, if they have different signed holidays like we do have in Italy. And the data is trained first and tested and verified using 3 Walmart supermarkets in 3 states, in Wisconsin, in Texas, and California. beside Italy, and we got the same results.
Okay, good. Yeah. Any other question? Anyone who wants to ask a question? I can also ask something because I was curious because you have this sales data, Alireza. And but what happens when you have a new product in the supermarket? How long do you need this sale data? Do you need to have the last year of sales, or you can put it already after 1 month?
After 1 month, for example, you have invited four friends to your home last March. In last March, for example, has its own specification. Am I right? And who invited you? Who you invited? From your parents, your family, and close friends. You know, I'm just going to make an analogy to make you understand what is the order planning. And it matters that when we want to predict for April, we should look back to April, for example, to last April. And even for that way, even we have made it the model a bit wiser. What I mean by that, when we integrate the external factors, for example, the holidays, the weekend, the weekdays, sometimes using some other months helps you just to train the model just to predict for the months for that you didn't have any information in the past, for example. But at least we should have 1 year of data. The more data we have, the more accurate model we have.
Yeah, this is clear. Okay, Hunos, you want to ask a question, please?
Yeah, hi, Alireza. I was wondering if you can say something more about the technical side, so the models you used. This was time series data mostly. So have you used ARIMA models, any other models, if you can say something about this?
Yes, even we have tried all, even we have partially we have used even XGBoost as well, a couple of models, not just a single model. Because, for example, when we jump into very details, for example, LSTM, LSTM parameters, it crazily depends on the settings sometimes. So it's not something that is likable by the, for example, in business environment. That if you, for example, slightly, you may have, you have worked a lot with it. It's super sensitive to the parameter adjustment. And even with ARIMA, with Sarimax, even we had more or less the same problem, but we used it in combination with other models as well, especially for the explainability part. And even for some cases, when you wanted just to close the time window and see more results, even we used XGBoost as well. Just it's a combination of time series models, because you cannot find in some models pure advantages. Each one gives you some advantages. So you should combine, and based on the, for example, the type, for example, just give you give you an example. For example, when in our model, when you select, for example, daily, monthly, or weekly, you are going to aggregate the sale data. For some models, it gives you better data, better results. Some other gives you better prediction when you want just to work on higher resolution time intervals, for example, jumping from weeks to day, or day to, for example, to hours. We didn't have data, unfortunately, for hours, but just for day. Just I wanted to say just that not a single approach could help us. It was absolutely our challenge.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good, thank you very much. Any other questions to be asked to Alireza? No, everything was very clear explain. So because we still have some time, I would like now if my colleague allows me, Luis, because I saw that Professor Pedro Di Giovanni already connected to the meeting. I think I will give the floor now to our expert. And then we go to the practical activity because we are already in time, and then we will have a bit more time left for the activity. So, Professor Pedro Di Giovanni, is this okay if you can do your intervention now?
Yes, I
Yes?
am fully available
Okay.
whenever you want.
Okay, perfect. So I will just say that you are a professor of practice in operation and supply chain management at SDI Bocconi School of Management. And I would like you to say some words about the use of AI tools in food waste management, and also if you have if you had the chance to use the tool developed in the Wasteless project, just share your insight with us,
Yep.
please.
Yes. So if I can, I just prepared a very short presentation together with
Yes,
my colleague
please.
Bezat Maleki.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sharing this, and indeed I can also share the file with Alireza afterwards if this can be of interest. So at SDA Bocconi, we've many labs and monitors for doing research, and the research is most likely carried out by the companies who belong to our labs. The idea of the lab is indeed to create impactful research, and to do so, we start from the issues and the problems that companies tell us are important for them. And this allows us indeed to increase the impact of our research, impact that is complemented by all the programs that are in the Financial Times ranking, that are in the various accreditation lists, which make SDA Bocconi very attractive for all companies who want to do impactful research or want to do training, custom training, rather than standard training. Above all, in the various MBAs and MBA programs that you might have in mind. So we have many types of labs. One lab is in sustainability, and within sustainability we have many verticals. One of these is in sustainable operations and supply chain, and the project of AI Town is inserted within various types of projects that we carry out with many companies. And the project of Alireza will be somehow entering in a full range of possibilities and opportunities that we have to test the model, but also to show how it works to a various range of stakeholders. So the idea, in fact, these are somehow the projects that we have done, for example, in 2024. Okay, so the companies were telling us, look, we are very much worried about the CSRD, how the CSRD will impact our procurement strategy, and therefore we have done a project on the change of the procurement to become sustainable procurement, how to deal with the double materiality matrix, and so on and so forth. And therefore, you see that the projects are somehow pulled by the companies. And if you are interested, in November 28, we have organized a conference, which is unfortunately in Italian, where we disclose all results of other projects that we have done with the companies. And whenever we have been approached by Alireza, we found many types of interfaces between everything that we do and that is published not only in national, international journals, but also in various magazines to give visibility of what we do. But we found this to be very much linked to many projects that currently companies are trying to pursue, especially in the retail industry and especially for companies working in the food industry on the reduction of the food waste. And I found the project proposed by Lireza very original and very attractive. And as far as we have exchanged with Alireza, which was I would say already 2 years ago. So we started making reflections with my colleague Bezzad Maleki on how to deal with a really common problem that companies in the food industry have, that is the deterioration of the food linked to the fact that there is a problem of quality, there is a problem of expiration dates, there are issues on how to deal with the management of the waste and the management eventually of other types of relationships that can be activated out of the management of a waste. Now, in countries like Italy, this the management of these types of situations where we have deterioration is very complicated, because as far as the food reaches somehow a status of waste, this goes out of the Ateco code of the companies, and therefore it becomes necessary to have some solutions in order to somehow manage this new output, which is not again classified within the traditional core activities that companies are basically doing. So therefore, we started looking at this type of problems with my colleagues, inspired by Alireza. We have therefore created somehow a proof of concept, which has been published in the say in the end of last year in the International Transactions of Operational Research, and it was really on how to create sharing platforms in order to optimize the management of the food waste, with the idea that again the supply chains will become simply more complicated as far as the food should be also managed in order to avoid the food waste. And specifically, this is the proof of concept that we have presented, that again, that has been approved and has been validated by the scientific community, thanks to the ideas that we've got from Alireza. It's a proof of concept that talks about the problem that I've described very quickly in the previous slide, that talks about new actors which can be interested in one way or another to the management of the food without creating waste, like restaurants, like donations, or simply supermarket of a second type. And the role of Alireza and the solution that is provided by AI Town is most likely working in this part of the work, where there is a need a connector, connector, in fact, between the demand and the offer. And we have done this being again inspired by Alireza's devices and proof of concepts. And we've been very happy because the editors and the reviewers of this journal have been very surprised, to have somehow new ways of thinking about the management of the waste and the management of something that is difficult to deal with, even though all companies should be very much aware of what it is, since we have it inside the various SDGs rather than other types of taxonomies. So therefore, after having this approved by the scientific community, say that we have a very nice alignment between a proof of concept which theoretically works and a proof of concept which is validated by the scientific community. And now with Alireza, we have a plan in 2026 that talks about follow-ups, because the next to be done is to test this proof of concept with several retailers that are doing research projects with us, along with also training programs. For example, with Professor Malek, we have really finished a few weeks ago a program with SPAR, okay, that is doing with us somehow a training for their managers. And we have in pipeline some other training with Unilever, Lidl as well. So during this training, Alireza will be invited, as he has been already invited, to present his project to the managers. And during these moments, we will test the opportunity to eventually do the testing of the proof of concept with real data on specific product categories rather than specific locations and so on and so forth. This is something that we will decide with Alireza afterwards. Plus, we have other master programs like the Master in Sustainability Management, which are interesting platforms also for Alireza in order to make the proof of concept visible. And Alireza has been already invited to give some presentations in our programs. Additionally to that, we've already connected with some retailers, and specifically again with Spar, which can be somehow a volano for the proof of concept, and therefore to check whether this is different from the current solutions, whether this can be more impactful and also feasible. Okay, because again, a proof of concept now should somehow be proved empirically. So another exercise that we want to eventually understand is whether this solution can be also applied in other contexts, whether there is a need to reduce the waste. And I will invite again Alireza to present this proof of concept also in the furniture industry, in order to figure out whether there is a chance to scale up the project in other supply chains, in other instances where there is still a problem of waste, which is not necessarily food waste, but it can be linked somehow to the food. And you know that we have many types of events. The event that I was mentioning, November 28th, is just one. Okay, but we have many types of event where Alireza will have the opportunity to present his proof of concept to create opportunities. Just yesterday, I was talking to Barilla about new ways of thinking about the transportation and the circular economy inside the supply chain, and probably they can be also a good volano for the project. And finally, in the lab, as you have seen, we do many things. Among these things, we have experimented last year some marketing techniques, like this technique that I'm mentioning here, which is the account-based marketing. It's somehow the evolution of the CRM that eventually has been used within the domain, within the supply chain of the olive oil, but it can be also extended to also supply all the supply chains. And with Alireza, we will make a check whether this can be also an helpful platform to be shared and to continue to make the proof of concept visible also to other types of stakeholders. Okay, so then these are somehow this is what I wanted to present, what we are doing and what we will be doing also in the 2026. These are our contacts. Eventually, you have any type of question, don't hesitate to drop us a message. We will be extremely willing to interact with you. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for the time that you have given.
Thank you very much also for your participation here. And I see that there are lots of perspective for the scalability of the AI tool that Alireza presented today. And it started in the Wasteless project and probably will continue in other projects. So thank you very much. This was really interesting. If anyone from the audience has now a question for Professor De Giovanni, please write it in the chat. And he will make sure to answer it, because now we need to go to the practical activity. And I will ask Alireza to put in the chat. Alireza, can you turn your microphone and camera so that we see you? And please put in the chat the link where the people need to go to access the tool. And yes, Alireza?
So I will share a link that's together with a user password.
Okay, you share also, yeah, all these details. And I will share the documents that you need to upload. As you saw in the presentation of Alireza and in the video, you need to upload there some data, the sales data and the weather data. And Alireza provided some examples of this kind of documents, and I will put it now in the chat. So once you start and you manage to connect, you need to upload this data first. So Alireza, you put the connection pathway and I put
Yeah,
the
here
documents.
I'm going just to share the data here. It's a sample data. We cut it in order just to make it, to give it more acceleration here.
Yeah, I will upload it now. So, but I think it takes a while. So you have the first document. It's the sales data, and the second one is the weather data. And I will share my screen now. Let me also connect this. Okay, and share my screen. So I will do the activity in the same time with you so that you see how it works. And also Alireza will explain some more data from here. Okay, so share screen. I think now it's fine. You can see my screen. So here you use admin and admin123, the data that Alireza put there, and you need to sign in. So this is a demo version, so it looks a bit different from the one that Alireza has shown before, because he needed to make this usable for more than one person. So because we are quite some today, so but it looks very nice and it's straightforward. And what I will do now, I will upload the sales data also myself. Wait. I need to look for them. And in the meantime, if you have any questions or if you are not able to connect, please let us know, because Alireza will try to fix. He's the brain behind this, so he will try to fix this. Okay, so the sales data are done. And then the weather data.
And I should add some notes that even it was not a kind of application that we expose it for test, because that sort of solution is going to be installed in a data center of a supermarket and they use it. Just 1 or 2% maximum, they just run it, plan for the supermarket. But we had to just prepare a platform for a workshop test. It was a kind of a bit a specific situation. So it's kind of elaborated for the workshop.
Okay, good. So now in the data configuration, you don't need to change anything because it's already in agreement with the sales data that we have uploaded. You just need to select the supermarket. It's your decision to select the one that you want. I will select Venezia because I like Venezia. And then I will select also some food items. You can select
just
up to 4.
Just select the first one is much better for the just scroll up. Just
okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there's the 586.
Exactly. For some items, there are a lot of missing data, you know, just it happens just for some specific SKUs, but for the other, we don't have any problem.
So here we put Italy, here we put Venice, and this we don't need to change. And here in the external factors, you need
can
to
select
include price data, weather data, and include the holidays, because this is the geographical variability that the system will do it.
Yeah, but SNAP is not applicable for this data. SNAP is a kind of just a campaign plan for some states in the United States of America. It's a subsidies that to help some communities, some poor communities. So just don't select it.
Yeah, so we wait here until the holidays are also uploaded. And I hope you managed to do it. Can someone confirm that they managed to use and connect to the tool?
Train and test, Luminita.
Train and test now. Okay, now the holiday is good, and then we press train and test.
You have done.
Yes, it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then the second step is to go here to the model parameters. And here it's automatic, yeah? So everything was configured by
Yes.
Alireza.
For
Then
some
I need to
advanced users,
confirm.
even
And here I need to
you have.
confirm, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I will just confirm this. And then we go to forecast. And here it's also automatic generated, and I will just press generate forecast. So the model does everything. You just need to press some buttons. It's very straightforward. So what we can see here, Alireza, can you explain a bit?
Yes, here from the beginning of the plot, even as you see as a blue line, it's the real sale data. From the beginning of 2023, we have trained the model till April 1. From here on, we hide the real sale from the model. Just ask the model just to predict us in order to show how accurate it is. And for these three cases, if you run the evaluate performance, but we should know as a user how accurate our model is. Just we have defined for some KPI for that. Just would you mind if I ask you just to run the evaluate performance?
Yes, okay. So evaluate performance also, and I need to scroll down. Okay?
Yes,
Okay.
it well quantitatively shows us the accuracy of the model.
But I just wanted here to ask something, Alireza. So what's here in this area where the blue line shows very few sales? This means that this is the waste, no?
Yes. No,
Okay.
it's not waste. It's the blue line is the real sale, you know? Till the April 1, we have trained the model using the real sale data. And from April 1 on, Luminita, we have hidden this real sale and ask the model to predict us. The red line is the prediction, the model results. And then we superimpose together to show how the model predicts, how close the model prediction is to the real sale. Did you understand what I mean? It's a simple concept. It's not very complicated.
Okay, good. So then you can play with all these tabs from here. The performance evaluation.
Okay.
You wanted
Just
to say?
jump it.
The performance evaluation is what we show there to show. This shows us the performance of the model. And then we do here also. Here we can select also some products. And here we have the temperature, the price, the weekday.
You can select, for example,
the precipitation and the weekend. These are the features that are going to be included. And then here the model, the analysis.
The feature importance, just let me give you an explanation. This feature says just in order just to take one step behind something that we know as AI or black box models, just to give an idea, the way how much every single feature influence or demand, temperature, price, weekday, precipitation, and weekdays. Here, just since you have selected two models, for example, the item 13 demand is more dependent on temperature rather than item 18, for example. Now we have some explanation from the AI part.
Okay, yeah, and this is the other way around. The weekday.
Exactly.
It's less important for the red one than for the blue one.
It's the main engine, but for the next round we are planning just to propose a what if scenario. For example, as a shopper, you want to say, okay, if the temperature goes down, if some event will happen, how will be like the demand? So you can define a scenario, for example. If what? If we put like this, what happened? What happened? Then these can be a groundwork for a what if scenario module in the future.
Okay, good. And now I went to order planning and I selected again the two products with the daily frequency and the forecast for the next 7 days. I selected the store here, Venezia 1, and here the date is the starting date is May 2025, because from there on you don't have any sales data included in this document that you have sent us. So here we can generate the order plan. And here you see that the program is automatically giving you the forecast that was calculated, the daily average, and the suggested order, because this suggested order includes also a safety stock, which in this case was set up at 20%. We can put also 10%. But this is already included here. So for the retailers, it's very easy then to do their orders based on this forecast. And if we go
regarding
to
the safety stock, I should give an explanation. Safety stock is like that. You have planned for 4 guests for the next Friday on your home, and you consider 10% more food for more pasta. Probably you say that they may bring some more people. So it's simply speaking, a safety stock is like this.
Yeah. Okay, I went now to the waste risk analysis tab, and here it's all the categories of products. I selected the store, Venezia, and here the analysis period is the last year. So we can generate the risk analysis.
You should run it again, generate risk analysis, Luminita.
Okay.
Okay. Let's scroll down.
And now you see for each category of food, so for dairy, fresh produce, and so on, you see the risk of waste generation, the average leftover, and also some other parameters that are included here. So it says that we have 2 items with high risks, 16 with medium, 25 with low risk, and the price elasticity is minus 0.95. Can you explain what this elasticity is?
Yes, absolutely. When you identify the food waste sub-risk, food waste points, looking back to the past, so you find some points to apply discounts. Not every single point is worth to get discount. Why? Because we as a shopper are sensitive to price variations. For example, I'm sensitive to some specific milk or a specific salad, according to the past data. Supermarkets know, but at least they can study my behavior as a shopper. In the past, they could vary the price. They could, for example, decrease the price from 10 euros to 7, applying 30% discount, and analyze my shopping behavior. If I buy more against 30% discount, the difference over the price variation, simply speaking, means price sensitivity. It means that how much I can increase the demand by increasing the price. If it doesn't influence, it doesn't make sense to apply discount. Okay, leave it. Select another one. So, yeah.
Okay, good. Now we go to the last one, which is the dynamic pricing optimization, because then we have also the slide, Alireza. So I have selected here the store, which is Venezia 1, and all the other features are already included, and generate markdown analysis. And here you see the analysis. So if I press the analytics, in this case, you see that the revenue impact is plus 17% almost. Yeah. So what the tool suggests is how to do the discount. So apply an early discount and then also a final discount, and this will generate more revenue for the retailer. So
no, for a specific item.
For a specific item. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, good. So this was the tool. I hope at least that someone managed to enter this also and to use it, to play a bit with it. I hope it worked. Otherwise, maybe you got some insights from what I have shown. And now we need to go to the very fast to the Slido. So now I will ask you to take your phone and also give us some feedback on the usability and scalability of the tool. So you can go to the Slido, you can join either by scanning this QR code or by going to slido.com and putting the code that you see on the screen. I will leave the QR code and the code in all the slides, so you can also scan it after. So now the first question that we have for you, how do you see the usability of this tool? And this is with the different choices. So difficult to use even with training, difficult, okay, easy after prior training, difficult, prior training is needed, and easy to use. So we have 5 people, good. We have 9 people, 10 answers. Okay, good. This is very good. Thank you very much. Now, I don't see, is anyone else typing? No, it's good. We go to the next question. How will you rate the innovation level of this tool? And here you have a scale from 1, which is similar to existing conventional tools, to 5. This goes beyond the state of the art. So I'm waiting for the 10 answers. And it's fine, you are fast. Thank you very much. You saved my life to finish this on time. Good. So we have the 10 answers. Then we go to the next slide. How will you rate the scalability of this tool within its target sector? And here it's again, 1, not scalable, 5, easy scalable. Good, 6. 10 people, very good. Thank you very much. So we can go. What improvements or adaptation will you suggest for this tool? This is a writing answer. So please try to write your improvement feedback. So I will leave here 1 minute, or at least when we have 10 answers. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. This is very nice. Market price and rivals, yeah, this will be, but it's quite difficult. People don't give the data so easy.
And not just illuminated because the application is not aiming. It's not just public using, you know, it's a very specific applications is going to be used by some specific persons across the retailers. So
Okay.
it was very hard for us just to distinguish from public usage, some public applications, for example, to just to a specific reason once.
Okay, so we have 1 participant still typing. We
Yeah.
lost 1, but it's fine. I think I will go to the next.
For automatic,
question.
as a matter of fact, we added the database to it first, but removed it. But we wanted just to leave an experience for the user just to upload it, just to see everything.
Good. And then also a question where you need to type your answer. So how can your research benefit from this tool? And this is here research because the main aim of the workshop is to train food loss and waste researchers. But I think this you can consider for your work? How can your work benefit from this tool if you are not specifically a researcher? Because yeah, or just say that this is not applicable because you are not a researcher. This is also fine. Okay. Still anyone? Okay, 5 participants. 4. Customer behavior, yeah. Data modeling. Okay, do we have 8? Sorry. Okay, so we stay with the 8 answers. Okay, then we go to the next question. Okay. Okay, so those were the question for the tool. Now for the workshop itself. Did you find this workshop useful? I'm sorry, but I have lots of things on my screen and it's difficult for me to read. Okay. Good. So we have 9. Now I think maybe we go, yes, with 10. Very good. Then we go to the next one. What was the part you liked the most? Tool presentation, video, activity, or invited speaker? Good. One more, please. Okay, we have the 10. Good. So we can move on. What would you improve in the workshop? Just write your answer there. We still have 3 more workshops that will come in the next weeks. So tell us how we can improve.
Slide.
More time, yeah. Okay, only 4. I don't know if someone else is typing. Let me see. 2 participants typing. Yeah, we always need more time. This was a good combination today with me and Alireza both talking a lot. So, okay, good. So we have the 8, the 7. Okay, it's good also. Then we go to the next question. Let me move this. Okay, this was the last one. Good, then we finished. And with this, okay, we are still in time, still 5 minutes, so we managed to stay within the time. Are there any questions, comments? Anyone wants to say something now in the end? If not, I will say thank you to all of you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you also to Alireza for the presentation. Thank you also for the invited speaker also, so Professor De Giovanni. And I'm sorry, but it's difficult for me to say the name of Professor Maleki. I will say it like this. He was also here with us. And thank you for the nice collaboration you have with Alireza and with the Wasteless project. Thank you to all the participants again for joining today, 1 hour and a half. You will receive an email from me later today with the link of the YouTube channel and with the next dates and registration links for the next workshop. Thank you very much and have a nice